I think the strongest message from me is to feel comfortable to say that you're not okay.
Our next speaker that we would like to welcome up is Kurt Cockburn.
Round of applause like that, I feel like a bloody superstar. I just want to start off my speech. My last name's spelled Cockburn, so I had a pretty tough time through high school. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kurt Cockburn. A local real estate agent in Ipswich, but in Greater Springfield more locally. I'm very heavily engaged with Headspace. I love it and donate some money from real estate back to the Headspace guys. You know, this is a great week to be able to push that message out to people and those around you who probably don't feel so comfortable to speak to others. When I was about 18 years old, I was terribly depressed and had some terrible things happen in my life. But I guess I wanted to take this opportunity, and I thank Headspace for asking me to speak today. I'm probably preaching to the choir, but it is okay to talk up and speak. I was a little bit nervous and reluctant to do that when I very first started to feel that there was something wrong with me, and I probably held off too long even though I knew there were trigger points. I think you sort of get to a point in life where you think you know something's wrong with you, but you probably think you can deal with it yourself, and that's the exact trigger point where you should go and speak to someone. I didn't do that at the start, and it took me down a very bad street in my life. I ended up going to speak to someone eventually, but it was probably past the point where I should have. And the first person I ever spoke to, I didn't like at all. I didn't get along well. I didn't feel comfortable speaking to her. I didn't feel safe. I remember having numerous fights with my parents at the time. They wanted me to go and speak to this certain person. I didn't want to do that. In the end, I ended up going to someone else, and I really related well with them, and I felt a lot more comfortable to speak to that person. So I guess the message there is the first person you may speak to isn't probably going to be, or may not be, the perfect fit and match to who you want to speak to and who you can feel comfortable with. So I guess if that's the case for you, then know that there is spaces to move on, and you can speak to different people, and if you don't feel comfortable with someone, there's more people out there, and there's so many different avenues you can go down to speak to people. I know Headspace Ipswich does a great job, but you know, there's plenty of others as well that you can go and talk to. I think the strongest message from me is to feel comfortable to say that you're not okay. It's a tough thing to do, and I think it's such a tough thing to do to your family or your friends. I guess preaching to the choir again, but if you are having troubles, go out and seek some help. Awesome event tonight. Headspace has really turned it on. But thank you very much for having me here. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to doing a lot more work with the Youth Reference Group in the future. And thanks very much for having me, and great event, and I'm sure I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.
I climbed the tree to see